Radio Hereford FC, the only station with full match commentaries of the Bulls. Every game, every week.
Well, hello again and welcome to We're Going Down the Pub with me, Frank Williams, and the evergreen, effervescent, ever
I do like that, thank you.
ever present Mr. Simon Wright.
Thank you ever so. Goodness me.
We're going to look at the Basingstoke.
Yeah,
I love that name, Basingstoke. It reeks of the Industrial Revolution, but it shouldn't, should it really?
No.
It's just the name feels steam engine-ish to me. Always does. It always the Stoker, Basingstoke. It sounds as if it should be,
Right,
but it's not. It's not.
No,
No, nothing like it.
No,
and we have to thank Adam Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, as far as I know, I think this is the first one that Adam has done for us, and thank you, Adam, for doing such a good job.
And he's done it,
short
of course,
notice.
because he lives very
close to it. Yeah, I think he has been to games, which is all rather good.
Well, it does help if you don't do a guide on a club, if you've actually been there.
Exactly. Let me say a bit about Basingstoke first of all, because
As a town.
yeah, largest town in Hampshire.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, Southampton's the city, isn't it? So,
you got away with
Portsmouth
that.
is the city.
You got away with that.
And Bournemouth is now in Dorset, apparently, so it's the largest town.
And Gosport isn't. No.
No.
It's a suburb, really, isn't it?
It might be a big place, as I'll explain in a minute. It's it's actually one of our nearer trips, surprisingly enough.
Really?
Yeah, it's 100. Well, from the Shire, from the back country, it's rather further. But it's from Hereford, it's 107 or 117 miles, depending on whether you like speed or economy.
Right.
Two different routes as usual. Now, apparently it's often named Donut City, which doesn't sound very flattering, or Roundabout City.
Is that because of round donuts? Or what?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a bit of the Swindon of the South.
It's a bit of a Milton Keynes or a Swindon, yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Population since 1971 has doubled to 113,000.
113,000?
Yeah.
That's twice the size of Hereford.
It is. It is one of the biggest places we go, really. Now, very interesting. This in the centre of Basingstoke, standing very tall, is Willie.
Willie. Is that some sort of fish or a dolphin or a whale or?
Well, I wish it was actually. Yeah. This Willie is the heaviest sculpture of a male organ on public display in the UK. I mean, fancy that, 7 tons. That's a lot of male organ, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm absolutely.
You're gobsmacked at this point.
I haven't actually thought of a witty response to that. I was just have to go and take photographs.
That's the right conversation.
But we won't be allowed to put them up on the net.
Oh gosh.
Otherwise, we'll probably get done for indecent images or something.
Well,
right.
I mean, I do
really. So they've got a huge Willie.
Yeah.
As a sculpture.
Yeah.
Who on earth would have commissioned that?
Yeah, well,
you have to ask.
There were some questions when it was up in an erected
and the
place.
Big one is, why?
Yeah.
Why would you
7
want
tons of male organ?
7-ton sculpture of a male organ in the centre of your?
Indeed.
I mean, just.
No.
It's unbelievable.
It is,
anyway,
isn't it?
We'll think about that when we go
ponder
on.
That one. I mean, I read that Christine Williams was born in the town. You may not be familiar with her, me neither, but apparently she's a former Playboy centrefold.
Oh, that's where it's come from then.
Yeah,
that's where Willie's come from, obviously. Yeah.
So I'm a bit mindful now that we better move on to the football before Mr. Hall starts censoring.
He hasn't censored us for 2 years.
Has he not?
No, and probably hasn't listened to him for 2 years.
Yeah, probably right. Yeah.
Right.
Should we just throw in flesh spots just to get really annoyed then?
Yeah.
Basingstoke flesh spots. Okay.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
The club.
Yeah. Our hosts that day are, frankly, in a bit of a mess.
Well, they're not the first ones we've come across this year.
No, this is a little nasty, really. The chairman and owner, Rafi Razak, wants the money back that he's put into the club, so he's going to sell their ground.
Oh.
The Cambros.
Does he own it?
He owns the club and the ground. Yeah. The Cambros, the fine old place, been there since 1945. Named after Lord Camrose, who gave them the ground in the first place. Now, understandably, supporters are a bit brassed off about that, and many are boycotting. You know, attendances have dropped by 25%, down to 300.
So normally they would get 400 then.
Yeah.
Right at 400.
And, you know, 300 in a town of 113,000 people, you know, talk about...
That is a mess, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Right.
They've, Basingstoke have agreed with Hampshire FA to share their ground at Winklebury, which is like a suburb.
Right.
But the ground isn't Step 3 rated, so they're going to need expensive upgrades. And it's thought necessary to have a 4G pitch as well. Once Razak sells, the club will become community owned, and they've got a 6-man committee in place to
So
take
when
over.
he sells the club, they will have to move.
They will have to move,
And they've
got to
already
find
sorted
money.
out where they're moving.
Yeah, but they've got to find
the
a lot of
ground
money.
they're moving to
Yeah.
doesn't have the same
No.
facilities.
No, it's a Step 5 sort of status.
They are in deep turmoil.
And, you know, this is against the background of the football club asking supporters to raise £20,000 in January to keep the club going.
So this is one that we want to go to, we want to support, we want to spend our money there, we want to help them out as much as we
I
can,
think that's
as
right.
other
Yeah.
teams did
Yeah.
for us and have done for us and have done for other
Yeah.
clubs like Merthyr and so on.
Yeah.
It's one to go to, folks.
Yeah, of course we probably have to-
Yeah, and give them your support.
Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah, I mean, there is a bit of a... Supporters are boycotting because they say that if they go, their money will go to Razak and not to the football club. But it's a difficult
It's a
different
Blackpool
angle.
situation, and that's
It
why they're
is,
boycotting
yeah.
Blackpool,
Yeah,
isn't it?
very similar,
That
you
is
know.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can find some way of filtering our donations
Yeah,
into.
yeah.
If we want to spend money there, spend money there. But maybe if we're going to make donations, make a donation, buy beer outside the ground, and make a donation when you go in to
Yeah, not
to
about
the
shout,
club.
is it?
Yeah.
Now, you'd
Not
think, given what I've just said, that the Dragons, was their nickname, they're a bit like Dunstable with no money, but it's actually the opposite. They're full-time.
What?
Basingstoke are full-time professional.
How on earth are they paying them?
Well, they don't pay them very much. The squad are mainly young players, 18 to 23. They've been sold a dream that training every day on a token wage will make them better players, and
Right.
professional club academies have come along and
I
snapped
see.
them up. Yeah.
Is this a bit like the dream that was sold to the
Yes,
youngsters who
yes,
came to
that
us
does
in
sound
the year
very
of the-
familiar, doesn't
the
it?
year of the Crims?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, and in fairness, I think 2 players, maybe 3 players, have gone to academies this season from Basingstoke, so there is something in that. But of course, it's a plan which means constant change. You know, players come in, players going out all the time, and that doesn't sit well with any hopes of being upwardly mobile. You know, get back to Step
But they
2.
have been successful in Step 2.
I mean, they had 11 seasons in Step 2.
Right.
You know, 11 seasons compared to Kings Lynn 1, you know, it's
Yeah.
not bad, is it? I mean, 3 years ago, the Dragons were in the playoffs to get promotion to Step 1, so they have really fallen down, you know?
Right.
And these days, they're very strictly mid-table Step 3, strong at home.
Right.
They've only lost twice at home.
Right, we have to watch out for that then.
Yeah, they don't travel well.
Okay.
Okay, I said the ground's called the Camrose.
Is this the one we couldn't find?
No, that's Biggleswade.
I haven't found out.
Oh, don't
All
tell
right.
me on Biggleswade, but yeah. Yeah, the Camrose is very much out of town, which is a bit of a nuisance.
Right, yeah.
Like so many of our opponents, the town centre's over a mile away, so that is a bit of a nuisance. The ground's got one seated stand, but it's got 650 seats.
Yeah.
It's an impressive one, dominating the pitch, a bit like Weymouth apparently, but with less rust.
So is it?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Is he going to try and sell it to developers then, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maximum money basically. But it's close to a sort of retail park, so it may go to retail, you know. 3 covered terraces.
Yeah.
I assume they're bigger than holding 6 each, but there you go.
Yeah.
One behind the goal at far end, one just next to the main stand, another opposite the main stand. Now, the claim capacity is 6,000, but they never got close to that, so who knows. It's one of those clubs where if you want the programme, you can download it from the club site.
I'm very successful at Dunstable. I didn't download it, I just had it on my pad and
Yeah.
had a look at it during
Yeah.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that works well, you know. And their admission is actually probably slightly expensive, £12 for adults, £8 for concessions, under 16s are free, thankfully. There is a car park at the ground, so £1 to park, but Adam does warn that the surface is very poor and it's not very large.
Okay.
and it fills up every match day. So when we're in town, it's not going to last long at all, you know. There is another car park across the dual carriageway at the Brighton Hill Retail Park. You want to make a note, the postcode is RG22 6HW, H for Harry, W for something, where there is a McDonald's... Wombat, that's it, yeah, okay, yeah. RG22 6HW. There's a McDonald's and a Pizza Hut if you're desperate for cuisine. Adams Park there a few times, never had a problem, so it might be a good place to go. There are residential areas nearby, but it's thought that they will be coned off, so you're probably not going to get into them. If you want to do something a bit different, you could park in the town centre and catch the number 1 bus from the train or the bus station and get off once you see B&Q. That's on the same road as the ground.
Right.
Clubhouse, we move on to refreshments now. Clubhouse,
Right, yeah.
outside the ground. Oh dear, depressing selection of that stuff from Sharps.
Well, that would be Dunbar.
It would, unfortunately, yeah. Gets worse. Worthington.
Which is that stuff
Yeah.
from Worthington, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, Carling, Grolsch, Guinness, Stowford Press and Magnus.
Okay.
That's not too bad. Now, they've really gone to town on the catering. Hot food is available from the large burger van inside the ground, and it's expensive.
Right.
Now, apparently, if there's a big crowd, they might even get a second burger van in, so, they're really going for it there.
I like the way
Yeah.
in order to ease the indigestion congestion.
Congestion, yes.
It's very difficult to say,
It is,
and we haven't had a second point yet, so we're all
no,
right.
and that was Adam's phrase, which I like so much. I thought we'd keep
Is there a nearby pub?
Yeah, there's only the one.
Right.
Depends whether you like harvesters or not.
Well, they can have a couple of ales.
Yeah, they generally have their own in-house,
Yeah,
but it's more
yeah.
sort of food-led, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
called the Stag and Hounds in Winchester
I'm
Road.
trying to wrap my brains out to know what brewery it's tied to, Harvester.
Is it Green King?
I think it might be. So you get the IPA, which is
Yeah.
all right, if that's the case.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Only 4 minutes.
4
That's
minutes,
good, yeah.
Winchester Road,
But
And,
it's a mile into town, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But couldn't you therefore catch a number
one bus,
catch
yeah.
a number 1 outside B&Q and go back into
Exactly,
town?
yep.
Yes.
That's solid, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going into town, there's a choice of Weatherspoons. Two. That shows how big the place is, There's the Maidenhead Inn with 7 real ales, or the Angel, which gets by with just 3.
Well, of course, there were 2 Weatherspoons opposite each other at the top end of Stourbridge High Street.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, it does happen, doesn't it? But
Well, yes, but one was sort of like, well, they ran as a club, didn't they?
Yeah, so Lloyd's number 1.
Yeah, but that's gone now, isn't it?
Stow's a big place, A few other names. The Baker's Arms is the Green King pub.
Yeah.
If you like busy sports pubs, you can try Larson's. And Queen...
L-double-A,
Yes, it's sort of
Larson. That's very
Swedish.
Swedish.
Yeah. And a couple more names. Queen's Arms, where they sell courage and that Dunbar stuff.
Well, so, do you mean Dunbar and the courage to drink it?
Yes. Yeah, if that's the choice, you drink courage, don't you? And the Rising Sun's got 3 guest beers, but to be honest...
I can't imagine
No,
that's about going into
They're
town.
not. They're not. However, if you're going by Reg, and this is jumping around a bit, if you're going by Reg is going to have the coach drop off in the town centre, which is rather sensible.
Yes.
And then he's going to pull up at the Harvester, so he's covering all the bases, which is good on him. Very
And
sensible.
they can
idea.
catch a number 1 bus from the bus station,
yeah, or
the train station.
They could have
and
a
get
healthy
off-
walk, couldn't
Get
they?
off of B&Q.
Exactly, yeah. And we touched on Reg. Coach is leaving at 10 o'clock, £15 adults, £10 concessions.
That's very good.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
and
is.
that will include the stop, of course.
Yeah, and frankly, the usual problem, if you want to go by rail, it's 4 hours each way with changes. Exactly. You've got
Unless,
to
of course.
You're a South East bull.
Yeah.
Direct trains from Waterloo taking under 50 minutes,
Well,
Yeah.
but you'll need that number 1 bus.
That's 2 miles from the number 1 bus or a taxi if there's a view of you.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So that's doable.
That's Basingstoke for you.
It is, and that's that was cheap and cheerful.
Yep.
But we look forward to that, and we've only got a couple more ground guides to do, which
3,
we
I think.
So, well, it's
Redditch, Bishop Stortford.
it's
and
coming
something
on,
else.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's coming on. The season is building up. And okay, so we'll catch up with you again very, very soon for our next instalments. And we wish you well in your supporting of the Bulls over the coming weeks, and we'll be back with you very soon. Bye for now.
This is Radio Hereford FC, the home of the Bulls. Match Day Live.